Okay, we commencing 5th August analysis. Last 2 weeks have been a bit slow after the account, the funded account challenge basically. That had to basically close down because we had the minimum drawdown, but it's not slow because of that. I think the bigger factor was there's just things in life, and obviously last week, NFP, I was just taking it easy. So that's what I learned from experience. Pushing it hard, especially when the conditions are not in your favor. You're not going to do yourself a favor if you do that because you're going to burn out first, because you're expending the same amount of energy, right? But the outputs or the result of the outcome is actually going to be even worse off because the conditions are not in your favor. So basically, it's just not smart. What's smart is just conserve energy. Yeah, fair enough. Read it, still steady it, which I did. Okay, so I'm quite satisfied with the performance. Okay, yes. Now this week, because we don't have such a low probability week, although macroeconomically, globally, wartime situations obviously is gonna probably have an impact. But yeah. Okay, so yeah. So continuing to from the calendar, Mondays I think most eventful day. S&P Global, you have HCOB in the morning. It's already gone past 8:50, 8:55. So 8:50, 8:50, and 8:50. So again, nothing much, but that's because we already had big action before that. Understandable. Again, Tuesday, quiet. Still might want to keep on the 130 just in case, shallow rallies or not rallies, but stop raids and that kind of stuff might happen still. Wednesday, nothing really. Thursday, again, 130. These figures will have some level of an impact, and obviously quiet Friday. So news-wise, pretty quiet. Now the weekly AMD. Again, the accuracy can be impacted because of the macro level stuff happening around the world. Okay, the war talks and all that, basically risks of world war. That will always have an impact. Now, I just quickly start with our dollar index first, just to give us a quick measure of risk on, risk off. Last week, okay, as I predicted, we were going to raid this low here as a bare minimum. That was the target. But we did way beyond that, actually, and we went below. It was actually the fair value gap, this one that I was highlighting last week. But as you can clearly see, we actually did way beyond that last week with the NFP, more than EU did. And then went a step further and even took the previous daily out right from the get-go, which is good. So continued expansion down so far, as you can see. So you can see from Monday open straight away, no mercy, went for this previous daily low. Well, that was taken out, but they went for this daily fair value gap, closed it out, taken this out, low out here. The consequence encroachment of this actually is where I think we are currently at. What's that, 545? Well, yeah, that might be a focal point, but also you have the monthly low actually, yeah, here. That might be a draw for today. And then obviously if you do want to progress more into deeper discount, then we can very easily obviously just go into this. If you are to continue the risk off trajectory, then yes, this is it. Or not risk off, the risk on directory. If you are to continue into that trajectory, then yes, this is where we will probably head over to, and obviously maybe a deeper level of this. Now, obviously, the classic AMD model stipulates that we would go to the counter side first and then the weekly side. Now, with it being Monday, again, Monday can sometimes get a little bit erratic. I wouldn't even be surprised if what it does is it bottoms out here. Maybe New York will be on bottom, creates a low of the session day, and may even be, it might even make it look like a weak session, so it then takes out this high, and then people's like, okay, yeah, it's going to go up to here. And then everyone starts longing it, and for the rest of the week, so let's say Tuesday, Wednesday, keeps going up here, and then obviously it's ready. It's got the counterparty it needs to go lower. This daily fair value gap or this inversion of the weekly, used as resistance and then continues going down. And that happened, yeah. Okay, so continuing where we left off. So yeah, downwards is where I'm thinking it's going to go. Could find resistance here, but because we're going down here, I'm going to have to wait and see, because what we can very easily do is clear out all the sell side liquidity first, have the first part of the week doing that, and then after that might reverse, okay? I'm not saying it will, but it might just be plausible to just aim at the discount levels, the sell side, PDL, weekly fair value gap, daily fair value gap, and maybe this year. I think that might be the best thing to do for now. Aim at the easy sell side, that's just obvious in front of you. And obviously for this, it's going to be this. We have to already cross that. Next up is equal highs. CB here. Small CB the week there. I'm just going to highlight the daily because that's the bigger CB. This is going to be the goal. Fib levels inside of that might be relevant. Here's daily high. Here's monthly high probably. So sitting right in the middle of that. You can very easily go there, make the high of the week, and then maybe want to come down and turn the range. Attack this BISI here. Although it seems unlikely. I think if it's going to take this out, then this is probably going to be the next stop. Maybe this small CB here. But remains to be seen. So yeah, we'll just say again, scalping. We're going to stick to that. And always when you're trading, just make sure your hard time frame levels entrenched into the chart, and you already know what to expect, when to engage it, when to kind of slow down basically with things. And yeah, let's have another great week.